Welcome, beautiful goddesses. As you ground down into this present moment, can I proudly present one of my manifestations? See that? My first merchandise for Das Lichtwerk arrived today. And look what it says on the back. Wait a minute. You see that? It says, inhale, exhale, smile.
Yeah, that's nice. You know what comes? Oh, beautiful. With pink as well, eh?
And then I've got white hoodies. And then I love it at the back. Look at that.
Yeah, fantastic.
I love whoever's saying that. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, super psyched. So let's mute our microphones, Jeanette.
Can I say something, Joy? Can I
You
just...
can absolutely say something. Does it need to be right now?
No, I'll message you.
No. I love questions. Ask the question right now. Obviously, it needs to happen.
No,
yeah.
An idea for you came to mind seeing the t-shirts.
Tell me what idea came to mind.
I saw the Lichtwerk logo, and I see in my mind's eye that you can also have that with glow-in-the-dark inked.
Totally. I love that idea. Thank you.
So you're welcome. I just got it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, ever since we started the money activation global experiment, right? Things are happening. And then we've got Aquarius, that's also right now officially, the new era. And all of that is speeding up the process of manifestation. Are you noticing that, ladies? I'd just like a raise of hands if you're noticing that time is speeding up, that things are just going faster. So maybe my co-hosts can check. Maybe you could raise your hand in the chat thing as well, and then we'll do a little poll. Who here is noticing that time is speeding up and manifestations are going faster? Then please raise your hand, and dear co-hosts, please count. I'm noticing it. So to go back to our manifestations, I told you that I was in the process of manifesting a table for the outside area in my house at the Lichtwerk, and it's come. I have it. It came 2 days ago. I even got it into my car, which is a miracle because it's a big table, but you could kind of collapse it, fold it, whatever. And I was able to also build it up again. Yay! So that's happened. What happened? The merchandise I just showed you, really psyched about that. Also got all the flow charts printed for the retreat coming up, record time, and retreat starts on Friday, right? Today is Monday. Already got it done. Now just got to laminate that stuff. Also, really, everything is nicely in place there. Grace, update from Grace is she has kind of these mixed results. It's so fun. Remember the jacket? She ended up losing a jacket, but then getting a jacket. Now she's got 2 jackets. Okay. School, we have a fail in music. But lucky kid, the whole class tested so bad that the exam is going to be repeated. So lucky her, she's got another go there. And she did really, really, really well in her German exam. So she's so good in German right now. This same girl who did not speak a word of German 3 years ago, right? This girl now went from, she was sort of really struggling in German. So we'll call that sort of near the fail sort of area. She's now in the section up to a 2. So she's between a 2 and 3. So 1 is the best in Austria, then 2. So it's very good, satisfying, not so good, and fail. So she's there. I'm really, really proud of her. So in this Lichtwerk here, things are moving along nicely. So do share in the chat what's happening for you, because I'm of course going to also ask the co-hosts what's happening in their life. I had a sort of money leaving as well. I'm noticing that as well. So I had to pay a fine for not having my, the road tax thing on time. They kind of, these cameras now, they find you everywhere, right? So I got a bill for that, but then that prompted me finally signing up with this road club that always gives assistance. So it was a necessary little to remind me to actually get this sign up to the MTC, which I'm now a proud member of, which means that if anything ever happens to my car or me, then people will come and tow me. And that was good. So I see that as an even thing. And I've been listening to a lot of different podcasts and meditations and videos, of course, on manifestation, because it's the thing right now. And I listened to a really nice thing from Esther Hicks this morning. Who of you knows Esther Hicks and Abraham? Friggin' love her, friggin' love her. And she had this whole, she calls it rants. And there she takes a question that someone in the audience asks, and it's a one-on-one then, and then she kind of gives her channeling to that. And this person was sort of, I get the whole process of manifestation. I get this thing that I've got to be in a good state of feelings to be able to attract what I want, but still, there are things that don't happen, and then this and that. So so this whole conversation went that way. And Esther had a beautiful way of realigning this person in a way of reminding them that really all it is about is, can you follow the feeling of feeling good, regardless of what is happening around you at that moment? So even when you get, for me, for instance, the fine from the road tax people, 120 euros, I could have different ways of responding to that. I could go, like that, could get cross about it. I could also, and that's where I ended up going, and I say, this is my contribution to the system, right? This is the thing. And it led to me signing up to that thing. So how we respond to it and how quickly we can reconnect to a good feeling is crucial if we want to see more good things happening. Makes sense? And in that way, it reminds us again that according to the universal laws, I mean, they're laws, right? I don't make this stuff up. Universal laws of frequencies and the universal law of attraction and all that stuff. If and when we are able to stay in a state of good feeling most of the time, that what we are feeling about, that we are thinking about, because it's a thought, right? We have a thought and then the feeling comes. If we connect that thought, the good thought that we want, with a good feeling, it is only a matter of time. And the other beautiful reminder that she gave, or he gave, or it gave in that moment was also to say, sometimes we can think, and, Joy's like that too. Joy can sometimes say, I want this now, be me there. I don't want to fly there. I don't want to have to drag my suitcase through security. And I don't want to have to do that. I just be me there. But really, Joy, do you really want that? Because just imagine the havoc, the chaos possibly, that if every single thought I thought would manifest instantly. I mean, think about it. Think about what amount of conscious thought control that will take. And that is also, I feel, another key of conscious intuitive manifestation or successful manifestation. We have to really take control of that computer up there and not let it randomly ramble. Because we all know that this thing will ramble. It will ramble and ramble and ramble wherever it wants to go. Isn't it true? So it takes that we are, that observer, that I am, to reel it in and say, hey, wait, where are you going with this? And again, a little question here. Who of you, let's be honest, who of you notice that there are certain thoughts or certain topics that we think about throughout the day that are little or more than a little obsessive? I'm noticing that. I'm really taking such an honest look at my thought patterns. And I'm kind of making internal checklists of how often do I think about certain things. And then when I notice that I'm kind of attached to a topic and it's not having me feel good, because I mean, if the thought is having me feel good and the thought is about something that I actually want, then I will think that a lot. That's what we want to do. But if I am thinking a thought or thoughts that have me feeling not good, then that's also a frequency that I'm going to attract. Think about it, right? Is this making sense? Are you still with me? So all we have to actually do is be conscious of our thoughts and our feelings. And as women, we're so good at feeling our feelings, aren't we? Are we? I don't know. When I went to that Gaudi Knaz, I don't know if you were following me on social, but I posted this little reel of dancing and dress up because there was this magical themed neighborhood party, right? And when I go to parties, and especially, you know, me on my own, I had my girlfriend, one of my girlfriends with me, but, you know, it's two single women and they were all couples. It feels a little intimidating sometimes going over the step, but then when I'm there and I have always gone, regardless of what relationship I'm in or not in, I've always made a point of going to places on my own, because otherwise we can get so attached to having someone next to us that's kind of propping us up. And here's my call to you: do it more often. Really be brave, women. Let's go out there. I mean, in the Western world, in most places, we're safe. We're not going to get, no, we are, right? So anyway, I go there, and then I like having conversations because I like meeting people. And if I just stand there, or I don't know, nothing's going to happen. So I approach people. I sort of usually gauge the energy of the room. I usually walk the room, and I'll sort of find a place where I can stand and watch and observe. I like doing that. And then I'll just notice the strongest energies in the room. They just pop out. You notice the people that are sort of, they have a presence, and that's what I scan the room, and I'll notice the most energetic parts of the room. And then depending on my mood is, but usually I will then go to the highest frequency in the room. Sometimes it's a band, sometimes it's a bar, sometimes it's a little group of people that seem to have a nice buzz around them. Notice that when you go places. Anyway, I go there and then I have conversations. And one of the questions that I liked asking that evening was, when did you last have fun? Tell me something fun that you experienced these last weeks. And then so many people didn't know an answer. And they said sort of, oh my God, really have to think about that. I don't know, did I experience anything fun? Well, when we start thinking about it, we can then usually come up with something that's fun. But what if we did that every day? What if every day we woke up in the morning and said, my intention today is to experience something really fun that uplifts me, that expands my consciousness, where I learn something, right? So starting our day intentionally, making little breaks in our day. At least, I say at least make a break, morning, noon, and evening, conscious breaks. And in those breaks, ask yourself questions like that. What could I do for fun today? Or what was fun today? Because the more we focus on an energy, the more that energy will present itself to us. Is this making sense? And that takes me to that whole idea of switching, and that's really essential for intuitive manifestation, which, by the way, is the art of following your intuition to manifest with grace, ease, and joy. That's the definition I have come up with. That's intuitive manifestation. And to do that, we have to go from this idea of having to being, because that's where the frequency is. If I'm focused on what I want to have, I mean, just feel the energy. Is having here, or is having somewhere out there, right? If I think I need to have something, I'm saying I don't have it yet. But if I can feel the feelings of what it would feel like to have that, I am there. It's already happened. And that's what Esther was also going on about. It's already done. If you can think it and you can feel it, it's done. It's done. So let's get my beautiful co-hosts in. Let's have a little conversation. What do you think about this? What do you feel about this? And what do you have to add to this? Oh, Yolanda, you're here too. Wonderful. Let's add you too. Here we go. Who's going to start? Please always have your mics unmuted, girls. Come on.
Lily, you want
to? Yes, Nicole, please speak.
Okay. I got so inspired about what you were just saying. It's exactly the whole abundance we have been working on the last 2 weeks was so to be felt. And maybe only because paying more attention to it, like you were just saying, and being more aware of what is happening, and how every day is going, and it's really magical. And not everything is working always like pleasantly, but the way to deal with it and not paying too much attention to the negative is really then it dissolves. If, like, for example, just today I got a message of someone who has lent to my son a huge sofa that the people that used to live in our house, they couldn't take it along. And at that time I was saying, we don't actually need it, but he wanted to have a whole lot of money for it. And we said, we don't need it, so you can leave it here as long as you want, and we might use it. And whenever he wants to get it, he can pick it up. And so today he wrote to me, I would like to have my sofa back. And I just wrote back to him, sure, pick it up anytime you want. It was not like, oh, now we don't have the sofa anymore, or something like make a big story or what. It's just like, just accepting the things and thinking, because yesterday we had been just talking that my son might be moving, so he doesn't need that sofa anymore. So it was like, just like, wow.
It's already being cleared for you.
Exactly. And to take this also as a chance, everything that happens for me, like you always say, right? Why is this happening for me? And then it is just like actually helping for everything you do. And I was just thinking also the same, like I had to pay an old bill that had been bugging me for a long time. And when we paid it, we were saying, it feels so good to pay it, and really to be grateful that to finally do it. And it was just so pleasant, actually. That
I'm hearing that you're noticing the feelings around the things that are happening are changing, right? Exactly. Thank you. Yolanda, Lily, how about you? What are you noticing?
What did I notice? A lot of things happened. I'm not sure where to begin, but one thing is I experienced fun today, and I think it's because of, well, yesterday I was not feeling so good, as you know, and I was having a conversation with you, and you told me, I'm going to intend for you. I don't know what happened, but Robert was so hyper today. And
so hyper is good. Hyper is good?
Yeah, it was, well, funny, really funny. He was phoning everybody, and it was incredible. So that was very good.
I'm so pleased to hear that. And have you noticed anything for yourself that has changed? You had fun today, so that is something that's good. Anything else?
Yeah, well, I was painting, and I was doing a little bit of shopping for the retreat. I needed a jogging, and this was nice. Yeah, I was Sunday. I went to my Saigon course, which was really difficult, but so nice.
What is that? What is that course? Can you tell us? I didn't understand the word.
Saigon, you don't know Saigon. You have Reiki and Saigon. And Saigon is the elements. It's the energy of the elements, and it's more or less comparing to shamanism. You can compare it with that.
You'll have to show us in the retreat. I'd like to experience what you learned, right?
Yeah, I was wanted to propose to do some treatments when someone wants. I can do.
Oh, absolutely. This is the beauty of doing retreats, is that we can be really hands-on with each other. So everyone who brings a gift that is, I don't know, a healing gift or something, we constantly are treating each other. That, amplifies the energy. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Lily, what about you?
Well, so many thoughts since you started. You talked about all of the energies, things happening, and how easy it is to ramble and to what do we really focus on, and time. And I really feel time is really rushing by. Yesterday, we celebrated my oldest son's 35th birthday, and we lived in Linz for 6 years, from 1990 to 1996. And he was 1 year old when we went there and had just finished the first year of primary school. So we just took a train trip together, my husband and I and my oldest brother. And the time flew, but it was a really wonderful opportunity to reconnect. I really felt during Corona that there was a lot of distance that had come between us, and that it was difficult to, you know, the kids left home so quickly, so suddenly, and I was proud of myself for not having the empty nest syndrome. And then suddenly we landed here in Vienna, and I'm still craving for this mother-child relationship.
So you got some really good quality time in.
It was really good. It was really good. And also I'm doing, yeah, okay, I did the YouTube course, which is ongoing, and I've signed up for time and now a virtual assistant. And my big take away from what I'm just doing now is visibility, how important it is to let people know what your expertise is, what you're really good at, what you want to do. And
yes, stop, everyone. Take a breath on that. It's focus on how important it is to be visible, which means that you let other people know what you're actually doing. And you know that I have to always take myself by my nose there too, because you see, we ourselves forget that for us, it's so clear what we're doing. But I can't tell you how many times, even in the small city of Salzburg, where they're well known, people say, you know, what is it again that you actually do? Can you explain that to me again? Right? Because for ourselves, things seem so clear, but for others, they're not. So thank you for bringing that up, Lily. That's really important. So that was a key takeaway of visibility is really important. You got, by focusing on that quality time with your family connection, and that was a desire of yours, you got that in as well.
So much more, hundreds and millions of things. On Saturday, we had the Austrian Women's Federation General Assembly. So we had a report of the whole activities of the year. And this coming weekend is the virtual assembly of the International Women's Federation. And that's an area which it's just a part of my life that colors everything else that I do. And it just represents my values, how I'm really working with you, with women, with my family for world peace, how my whole key issue is peace.
Peace. Yes, peace. Thank you. So, ladies, everyone else, if we want to wrap this all up, I'm going to wrap in some astrology here too. And I'm not an astrologist, okay? But what I've been noticing in all the things that I've been watching around this, now that we are in Aquarius, especially from February onwards, is a time for deep healing. It's a time where we're noticing that that energy of willpower, dominance over others, manipulation of others, it's waning. It's been around for 6,000 years, but it's losing its power. So from February onwards, as we notice that that energy is going, and that also, you know, correlates with the Schumann resonance, which we've also seen go from 7.8, the energy of the mind, to spikes of 30. Guess where we're going? That means that when we're honest, brutally honest to ourselves, and if we're willing to do that deep inner work in ourselves, and I did a whole talk on that just a couple of days ago, you can watch it on Facebook, this is going to be a time to thrive because there's so much energy, there's so much light here going on right now. The veil is gone. There is no more doubt. You know exactly what's right for you and what's not right for you because you can feel it. And here's the thing where we have to be honest, because we've got to see, what do I need to stop doing where I know it's not right? It doesn't feel right. And you do know. And where do we still do it? Because usually there's fear there. I noticed that if I look back into my 50 years, the thing that I struggled with most, which will sound funny to you, was to speak up. I've always had a keen sense of justice and you know, fairness. And as a little girl, my parents told me my thing was always alle zusammen, everyone together. That's what's my little 2-year-old self. And that's always been my thing, right? But then growing older, and especially, you know, looking back into those awkward years when you're kind of a teenager and all that, I kind of shut up. I did. And I would only speak basically when I was spoken to, or when such alarming injustice was done that I had to. But I noticed that in many, many situations, I wouldn't say what I want to say because I had all these stories going on. One would be, oh, I'm so boring. I don't have anything really interesting to say. People are not interested. You don't want to waste people's time. All these stories. So I'm asking you now, what stories have you been telling yourself that don't have you feeling good and are stopping you or have been stopping you from doing what you know is right for you? So Lily mentioned visibility. I've mentioned something that was speaking up. Feel into yourself because your unconscious does know the answer. Let's do 3, 4 breaths. And then you say, what if I knew? What's the main story? What if I knew the main story I've been telling myself that's been holding me back from shining my light bright? Why is it so easy for me to know that? And then, of course, my beautiful co-hosts, I'm going to ask you first.
Yeah, it's always a little bit thinking that it's not good enough. That, well, I don't begin because maybe I have to work on it because it's not good enough yet. It's not good
So
enough.
you could fail. That's why you don't even start.
Yeah.
Nice. Lily, Nicole.
Yeah, for me, it would be going in the similar direction, and still to add that wanting to do too many things at the same time, and I can never really manage it all. It's like if I do the one thing, then I'm forgetting the other one or cannot pay attention to the other one. So actually, rather being overwhelmed with everything.
So you're what the thing that you're not doing is you're letting yourself get distracted instead of focusing on that one thing.
Yes, yes.
Makes sense. Lily, just got to send Grace a text that she lets dogs in. This is my new technical self, okay? Lily, what are you coming up with?
All of the above, and that people won't take me seriously or will put me in a category, in a box, because I had a life-changing experience over 40 years ago, which put me in a certain category that people, that I'm still afraid that people will not take me seriously or legitimately.
So you'll be judged.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a common one, Marinella is saying she's got shame and fear. Dive even deeper. Dive even deeper. What specifically is the fear? And what specifically would be so shameful? What would create that feeling of shame, right? Because the more sensitive you are to that exact frequency, the quicker easier it'll be for you to just start doing that. So give yourself that grace of really tuning in. Lisbeth is saying, I'm afraid not to be loved. Yeah, and then also check what are the things that you're not doing because you're afraid of that, and write it down. I'm not, like for me, it was, I'm not always speaking my truth when I know I need to, because I'm afraid that I will be abandoned, rejected, hurt if I do that. And you will come up, the way I'd like you to do this, and you can continue this process after this session, is that you write your little story. You write your little story of, I call it the drama story. The drama story, because if I do this, then this is going to happen. Like sometimes I remember many years back when I was manifesting the sanctuary in Asheville, right? And there were some times when I was like, holy moly, this is a huge project. These are millions, right? What if it goes wrong? What if we go bankrupt, right? And then I played it through. And then I wrote my drama story and I said, okay, then I'm going to lose the house and I'm going to have to live in a trailer home. That's like the worst, right? A trailer home somewhere in the suburbs of some American city or something. And I played it through and I wrote it out to myself. And then I had to, by the time I was writing the end of the story, and we have nothing more to eat. I'm going to have to go dumpster diving. I mean, and the more I wrote, the more ridiculous it got, the more I had to start laughing, because it was like my conscious self was saying, yeah, right, sure, sure, right? But when you really confront that deepest fear, it no longer has a hold over you. Because then reel it back. The truth is, if everything were to fail, right? And I have to say, go move in with my mom or my dad again. So what? I've done that. I stayed at my mom's during quarantine time in Corona. I love my mom. Grace and I, we love staying there. It's not a problem. If I have to go and stay at my dad's house, also, would I survive that? Of course. Would I make the best out of it? Of course. So that's how you yourself can I'm going to use an F word, right? You can unfuck yourself by presenting the mind with the complete drama story and then asking yourself, would I survive that? Yes, you would. And that helps you gain clarity on what is it that I need to focus on. Because what you want to focus on is that heart desire. For me, for instance, it's getting the Lichtwerk to be that lighthouse, that someone's got a mic on, some gold shining star that uplifts anybody and everyone who's ever connected to it, to leave a legacy of light right here. Whatever happens with this house after I've gone, it's going to continue to just radiate that energy. So that's kind of one of my focuses. Well, what about you? And write it down. My focus is, I'm teaching you intuitive manifestation for free right here. Soon there's going to be a course on that, but then you have to pay for it, which will also be great, by the way, because it's got some great meditations in there. But I want to share this stuff with you because it fits so well with the Global Money Activation Experiment. And it fits so well to our mission here in the Golden Goddess Circle. I mean, to pursue that lofty goal of financial freedom, we need to do some work as well. Jeanette is saying, I deserve a place. I deserve to be here and I am worthy. Yeah, that's good. And now when you speak to yourself, and this is why I love that we're repeating our mantra 3 times, 6 times, 9 times a day, because I'm hoping you're speaking to yourself out loud. Do you know how many people struggle even doing that?
Mm.
Isn't it interesting? Why? Why is it so easy to say all this stuff in there where you think no one's listening, but the universe is listening? But when you speak it out, why is that such a thing? So please, here's a reminder, really whisper it to yourself. So back to my question, when you speak to yourself, like, I am worthy, I deserve to be here, make it even bigger. Make it juicier, sell it to me. When I talk myself into a state, and I like doing that, and sometimes I really have to do it, and I have this little conversation with myself and I speak out loud. I'll be at home and I say, right, Joy, now listen to me. We have 2 options here. What are we going to go for? Now, come on, you badass bitch, babe. We've got this now. You're going to roll up your sleeves. You're going to hum your song, and you're going to have fun doing this. And then I'm my own coach. And yeah, would maybe someone looking through the window say, oh my God, look at her, poor woman. She's totally insane now. She's talking to herself. We all do. Yes, but I'm not afraid of that. So here's my pledge to you all. Talk to yourself more often. And when you talk to yourself, tell yourself a great story. Not a sort of, yeah, I read this in, I don't know, some spiritual book that says you've got to think you're deserving. But if you can't feel what that feels like, you're not really going to get there. So use words that get you excited. And instead of using a lot of energy to talk about the things that are not working, you've done that. You do that so much. We all do it. I'm not judging anyone here, but we do that enough. Start talking about all the things that you really desire and talk about them as if they've already happened. So that means, it doesn't mean that when someone asks you, how are you? And you're really having a shitty day, and maybe you're super sick that day, that you say, oh, I'm perfect, life's amazing. I'm not asking that, but you could say, you know, I'm going through an amazing frequency upgrade right now, and my immune system is in full force. And I know that every day is making me stronger. How are you? So really think about how you speak. So, okay, I'm going to check the chat. Nicole, Yolanda, Lily, what can you add to that?
I love that, what you just said again, because you break up also these, how do you say, in German, you say Floskeln, right? You know, how are you? And you say,
Yeah.
thank you, I'm fine. You know, you're also irritating the other one. If you're not answering in the normal way that everybody is normally used to. And this is what I love doing, because it's just a changing a word or something, and then you suddenly you get the other person's attention, and you are in a connection in a way. And that's my word for this year. So I love that actually very, very much. And what was the other thing? I forgot what I wanted
If
to
we'll
say.
come back to you. Lily, Yolanda.
I love the frequency upgrade. I think that's really great. I think sometimes perhaps I'm not transparent enough about how I'm feeling, because sometimes I have so much pain and I'm feeling so lousy, so I just don't talk about it. And even when people ask, how are you? I just look at them and don't say anything. And so this frequency upgrade is a great terminology. I love it.
Well, and also you can say, if people ask you how you're doing and you're maybe not feeling really well, you can say, getting stronger every day.
That's a good one.
Yolanda, what have you got?
Yeah, I think, well, that's really a good one to say, I'm getting stronger every day when you don't feel well. When I don't feel well, I don't say I'm well. I never do. I might say, well, one day good, the other day a little bit less, or something like that. But most of the
I
time,
think
it's good. So, yeah.
most people, I should think here in this circle at least, feel that we have to be honest and like how it is. So if you're not feeling well, you have to share exactly that. You think about it. Is that serving you? So I have a little list here. This is something that we're going to go through in the retreat, because it's one of my tools that I love sharing. And I think we cannot overshare it, because sometimes we forget about these simple things. So here are a couple of reframes that you can make. So instead of saying, I'm not good at this, right? That's something that we can sometimes say to ourselves. We can say, oh, I'm no good at this, right? You can ask yourself, what am I missing? What am I missing? So instead of saying, I'm not good at this, ask yourself, what am I missing? I was mounting a toilet seat, and I got this really cool toilet seat with a Banksy, the rat with the flying balloon thingy. And I mounted the old toilet seat off, and then the old toilet seat was off. And then I discovered that the fixture of the new toilet seat looked totally different than the old one. So I was like, oh God, what have I done? Now I'm not going to get the old one back on, and the new one's not going to work too. So I was telling myself, I'm not good at this. This already looks complicated. I'm not good at this. Then I asked myself, what am I missing? And then I got the tip from my intuition. Why don't you take the whole thing to the local, building department store thing and ask? So I thought it was a pretty good idea. So I grabbed the whole thing. Today I went there and I showed this guy this, and I said, what am I missing? And then he said, look, you just unscrew this, and then you click that in there, and it's going to fit. That was my answer. And I got to find it out myself by asking this question. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one, instead of saying, I can't do this, you're going to say something like, I'm going to train my brain. I'm going to learn this. I'm going to figure this out. Or you could take it one top notch and you could say, I'm a learning machine. So learning how to dance. There are many times when I am definitely challenged. I'm definitely challenged remembering all these sequences, right? And then the music comes on, and then you've got to have the rhythm. And then maybe you've got another person too who might also not be really good at it. And you're kind of trying to remember left, right. What was it? Short, short, long, long, what, turn, what, right? So I keep telling myself, I can do this. I'm a learning machine. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better at dancing, because dancing is in my blood. Right? So that's how I do it. Okay, so instead of I can't do this, I'm going to train my brain. I'm going to figure this out, or I'm a learning machine. Next one. Well, that plan didn't work. Right? Who has that, right? That plan didn't work. Why did I come up with that super plan? That plan A didn't work. Then you say, there's always a plan B. Now, especially in moments, this comes back to not speaking up, especially in moments where someone might pressure you to make a decision. Say, come on, quick, there's only two solutions, A or B, A or B. What are you going to do, A or B? And you're sitting there and you're like, I don't like either, right? Why? Because there's usually a C. So if you don't like plan A, there must be also a plan B. Next one. I give up. Oh my God, I give up. I'm too stupid for this. I'm too slow for this. I'm too old for this, or whatever. I give up. We're not going to say that anymore. We're just going to say, I'm going to use a different strategy. I'm going to use a different strategy. And then the last one is what I think my favorite one. I made a mistake. I mean, I will admit when I made a mistake. But then again, what's a mistake, right? I prefer saying, what did I learn from it? I learned something. I learned something really valuable. It's a good idea to pay the tax road thingy well in advance, and best of all, have them deduct it from your account automatically. Here's my tip. I like putting almost everything that I can onto automatic payment. I pride myself of never owing people any money, and I don't like being reminded of having to pay something. So I put whatever I can on automatic payment. It saves me so much time and so much worry. It's just done. So instead of saying I made a mistake, we're going to ask ourselves, what did I learn from it? Did you like that? Was that helpful? Are there any questions? It's just saying feeling is just the energy. Why not just say what's going on? I don't quite understand that comment. Is it a question, or is it just, are you noticing something? And Susan is saying, it all took me a while to get it, to be able to see that I am learning instead of that I'm not doing well. Yes, because I mean, who's measuring who? By which standard are you not doing well? You're doing as well as you can right now under the circumstances with the way that you feel. And your only job is to find a good feeling again. That's why I think what we'll do now is we're going to do some coherence breathing and then go into our intention work. Before we do that, why don't we use this as a moment to delink, cut the links, detach from that program that is stopping us from having fun and finding those good feelings. So I'm sure somewhere along the way, we might have made a decision that that was a wise thing to do. Oh no, not too much fun. Too much fun might mean we'll get into trouble. Too much fun might be someone will judge me. Too much fun might be I might get hurt. And I think what I'm noticing is we all enjoy that fun feeling. We want to have fun feelings inside of our bodies, because we know when we have fun feelings inside of our bodies, we have what going on? A lot of energy moving through us. And that energy can be used for healing, for manifesting. So let's make that decision to have more fun, no matter what's happening right now. Are you in? A little more enthusiasm. Yes, you in for fun? Yes, it's fun. Yes. Okay. So, everybody in for fun?
Joy.
Ground down. Notice where your body is right now. Take a full breath and close your eyes. Then roll your eyes up as if you're looking through the crown of your head. Keep them rolled up there, and then say silently or whisper to yourself, even if I don't know how, to make a new decision today to have more fun in life and to be completely happy, healthy, and well in every way. All I do know is it is so now, and I am fulfilled. I delete all that could stop me, And I download, download, download everything I need to do so now with grace, ease, and joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is, so it shall be, or something even better. And one more breath. And we open our eyes and we do the switch. I love and accept myself, even if parts of me don't want to have fun. And I love and accept myself when I now choose to have more fun in life and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. And breathe. Underneath our left arm. Having fun in life. I love and accept myself with all my limiting beliefs, with all the feelings, with all the judgments, with all the lack of worth I may have towards having fun, and that's okay. That's okay. And I now choose to let go of any lack and to step into my power of knowing that I am more than worthy to have fun in life, to really enjoy this life on all levels, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Thumbs. Having fun in life. I love and accept myself with all the grief. All the grief. At my deepest level and from the very first time I felt sad. And I choose now to let go of all and any sadness and to step into my power of joy. Power to enjoy every single precious moment now. Yes. I can do that. Totally. I can totally do that. Underneath your collarbones, we're tapping that chest bone. And we're going to say, having fun in life. I love and accept myself with all my fears, all of those fears at my deepest level. And from the very first time I felt scared, it's okay. And I now choose to let go of the fear and to step into my power of courage. I have the courage to do what feels right in my heart and to follow my intuition and to have fun. Yeah, totally. I can do this. I will do this. I'm doing this now. Woohoo. Yes, yes, yes. Breathe. Underneath your right rib cage. Tap your liver. Yes, tap it like you mean it. And then say, having fun in life. I love and accept myself with all and any anger I may have. Oh, and any jealousy. Oh, yeah. It's okay. I love and accept myself at my deepest level and from the very first time I felt this way. And I choose now to let go of all and any anger and envy and jealousy. I let it go. I totally let it go. And I step into my power of peace because that is who I am. I am peace, and peace is what I know. And I love having fun when I'm at peace. And when I'm peaceful, I do have fun. Yes, peace and fun. Fun, peace. Okay, now imagine looking into the night sky and there are all these different timelines. You might see all this light. And now we're going to connect our heart with our brain and we're going to cut all and any energetic cords that keep us linked to pain and suffering and having no fun. Done with that. That portal is closed. We are now owning our right to have fun in life, and every day in every way, we have more and more fun because now we're claiming our power back. So now say it with conviction. I claim my power back. And I give you your power back. I claim my freedom back. and I give you your freedom back. I claim back what's mine, and I give you what's yours. I forgive you for all and any suffering you ever created. And I ask for forgiveness for any suffering I ever created. Past remains in the past, and only love can connect us. I wish you well, just as I wish myself well, and I deserve to have fun in life, and I now give myself permission to have fun. I have fun learning, I have fun growing. This life is so much fun, and every day in every way, I find more ways to have fun. Yeah, I do. That's who I am. I am fun. I'm super fun. Are you fun? I'm fun. I'm fun. You're fun. We're all fun. And then breathe, tune into your heart, and just feel those feelings. What if you knew what would be something fun for you to do? What's a fun thought you could think right now? Is it maybe lots of bright colored balloons? Is it maybe running into the ocean stark naked? Is it, I don't know, dropping into a pile of leaves? What is it? What's fun? What's fun to you, Lily? What comes up for you, Yolanda, Nicole? What's fun?
A tropical family holiday. We had a family holiday, and it was my oldest son, the one whose birthday was yesterday, who couldn't come. The other four were all there.
Okay, tropical holiday. Zero in. I'm getting the lens. Which exact moment would have you knowing that you were having fun?
All on the beach, feeling warm and in our swimsuits, and actually the boys snorkeling and scuba diving.
There you go. Now she's got a moment. That's how precise you want to be. And now if I ask her again, she'll know where she's on the beach. Is she sitting down? Is she lying? Is the sun shining or is it sunset? What color is your bathing suit? What are you smelling in that moment? That's what you want to focus on. Yolanda, have you got yours?
Putting on Bob Marley and dancing in the studio.
Which song?
Here, which song?
Yeah.
What's the title of this song?
Oh, you go find it in the meantime.
Yeah,
And it could be a
have.
song that you put on and anchor yourself. You see, that's how your body learns. Oh, this is time to have fun now, right? Yeah. Okay, Nicole, what have you got?
I'm swinging on a huge swing, like on these, that have very long
Yeah.
roads, like really over a huge forest. I'm on top and the forest, and in the distance the ocean. It's like pure peace and freedom.
Nice, 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 nice. Well, one moment of fun that I keep seeing in my visions just before I go to sleep is when we go into the cold water at the retreat. I totally see us all there. And I have all the contingency plans I'm coming up with. Like my mom's going to be there in the car with hot water bottles and some tea to drink afterwards. So it's going to be so much fun. I can already hear the squealing of us. Right. Look at Nicole's worried face. She's like, oh God.
No, I have done that with you already. Not maybe that cold, but
It wasn't winter, right?
I'm so much looking forward to it.
I know you are.
It just comes to my mind. I have been living for some time in Bali, in Indonesia, and we had our children went to a very special school in the jungle, and one of the school subjects was mud wrestling. It was a special kind of technique. So it is really something where you get out of your comfort zone. And the kids really loved it because it was slippery and you were maybe wrestling and you didn't have a hold. And we as parents said, we want to do the same experience. So we went out where this man was teaching this, not in the school, somewhere else. And it was in the middle of the rice fields. And he was putting all of us parents up at the edge of the rice field, and the rice field with the mud was down there. And everybody was thinking, oh no, I don't want to go in there. And it was like so much resistance. And then he was down there and he was just saying 1, 2, 3, jump. And everybody jumped. And then it was this moment, and I can imagine it's similar. it's this moment where you lose everything and you have that fun, and it doesn't matter anymore. And I really like
Perfect.
that. Yeah.
Perfect. See? So I hope you all now have anchored yourself on a fun moment. Your only job now is, before you go to sleep at night, you recall that moment, you dive into it until you can feel the feelings in your bodies if you're there. And then when you wake up in the morning, before you go on your phone, before you even say anything to anyone, before you even open your eyes, keep them closed and tune in again. And then say you're waiting somewhere in a grocery line, or you're picking your kid up from school, or I don't know, you've just got that minute. Do it again. The more often you do it, the quicker it will manifest. And what I want to say is, because I started that story, we often think we want to be there right away. I want that now, be me there. It's not true, because we actually enjoy the process of seeing it unfolding, don't we? Think back. I'm gonna think romance. So if you ever met someone and you fell in love, wasn't it all perfect the way it unfolded, with the look, the smile, you felt it in your body, you stumbled across each other, then you maybe got the number, or you get whatever unfolded. But every single step, I bet you can still remember. I bet you can still tune into that. How did that have you feel? And you wanted to experience every single step. So we don't want to go through life like rockets, one manifestation to the next, and there would be no time to enjoy it in between. So all we need is to tune into that trust that all is well. And if you can think it and you can feel it, it's done. Your only job now is to enjoy the process of picking up the signals and being so consciously observant of noticing the driftwood, noticing when it's coming, it's happening. So I think we all can get really good in celebrating anticipation. And that's the energy I'd like us to end this circle in. Let's anticipate all the miracles. Let's anticipate all the good that is already unfolding. Yes? Say yes, at least to yourself. I am anticipating all the good that is unfolding right now. Now that I am so happy and thankful that money flows to me with grace, ease, and joy. That's become part of your internal conversation, I hope, right? Okay, cool. So we've got 3 minutes left to intend. So I'm going to take all the spotlights off. And let's all intend together. And our intention is, you can write it down for yourself. Our intention is for us to completely, immediately, and permanently experience fun, manifesting our heart's desires with grace, ease, and joy, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to completely, permanently, and immediately experience fun, manifesting our heart's desires with grace, ease, and joy, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to immediately, completely, and permanently experience fun, manifesting our heart's desires with grace, ease, and joy, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Taking those 3 precious breaths together, deep, full, luxurious breaths. Imagining us all holding hands, dropping into our hearts. And from our hearts, we send out the intention. Our intention is to completely, permanently, and immediately experience fun, manifesting our heart's desires with grace, ease, and joy, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to completely, immediately, and permanently experience fun, manifesting our heart's desires with grace, ease, and joy, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to immediately, completely, and permanently experience fun, manifesting our heart's desires with grace, ease, and joy, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to completely, immediately, and permanently experience fun manifesting our heart's desires with grace, ease, and joy, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Welcome back, welcome back. Just having a quick check in the chat. Susan is now saying, well, she's glad she's staying at home and not coming to the retreat. I thought you would drag us all into the cold river, but I'm sure it will be fun and a victory moment for everyone. I don't drag anybody anywhere. It's bad enough, it's hard enough what dragging myself. I don't force anybody. Remember, we are now in the time of Aquarius. We allow things to unfold. There's no more needing to convince anyone. So, closing words. This is something I mentioned in my little Facebook Live. Instead of distracting, deflecting, and defending, start caring, making conscious choices, being compassionate, being courageous, and you're going to do really well. These are really epic times, and I feel very excited about what lies ahead, especially for all of us here, where I know so many of you have spent possibly decades doing really hard inner work, fighting your demons, really standing up for what you believe is true for you. And know that the time is now coming where you're going to reap the benefits of having a backbone, being authentic, and having values. I love that. Thank you for being part of this Golden Goddess Circle. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye-bye.